Hi, Darren. How are you today?
Doing great. How are you doing?
Good. What's your relationship like thus far with Daniel, and how far can you guys take it?
It's a relationship that's gelling. We've got a few months under our belt of staying in touch and just open dialogue, ego removed. We can tell each other what we're thinking, what he may want, things I've been comfortable doing and things I like doing, and find a midpoint or be able to just learn about each other. So I feel like it's paying off, and just trying to keep it going day by day and let the results take care of themselves.
What do you like about him as a quarterback?
I just like his even-keeled nature, first and foremost. He just has like a calm spirit about him. It's not too high or too low. It's staying in the middle. And you can tell by the way that he's navigated some of the adversity and the noise of his career that that's something that he's focused on and is paying dividends for him now.
Thanks for your time.
No problem.
Charlotte Carroll. Hey Darren, how's it going?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. Kind of a little bit of a follow-up to that. You and Dabes have both been open about kind of that open communication and open dialogue when it comes to your fit with the Giants. What's that looked like just these past few days of camp?
It looks like, certain freedom on certain routes to where it doesn't have to be super rigid or a way that it's drawn up in a playbook, but really like put your personality and your feel into how you sell certain routes. Coming up with ideas of concepts that he's used with tight ends in the past, and I can offer things that I've done in the past, be like, hey, let's try this. And, it's just something that where you can bounce ideas, but also know like there's a standard of being prepared and knowing what you're doing and growing in your knowledge in order for you to, participate in that dialogue. So I feel like it's fair. It allows me to learn, but it also allows me to have input.
That freedom that you kind of talk about and giving that input, is there something and it's only been 2 days, that you could pinpoint an example of that we might have seen?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a major detail, but it's the way like you may set up routes on like a third and short situation to where it's the paper and the playbook may tell you to, hey, you do this and you run into this landmark and you do this, but it's like if you can put your own little sauce on it and get open, like it's encouraged as long as like the fundamentals are there and your knowledge of what the defense is doing and your timing and the concept is there. So it's little things like that. It's not anything drastic, but it's just really small details of a route that you probably can't even notice.
Thank you.
No problem.
Paul Schwartz.
Hey, Darren.
Hey, Paul.
Hey. Some of your teammates I don't know if they've started a fan club for you yet, but they, some of their comments about you have been, quite over the top in some ways. Xavier McKinney saying you're basically unguardable. I think Paris Campbell was saying the other day that, you're like a freak of nature. Have you heard that before from teammates? And what's your vibe you're getting from these guys here about all this love you're getting?
I mean, it's an honor for my teammates to speak of me in that way because these are guys that do it at a high level and have done it for a really long time. And, I guess it's just like for my size and my weight and the way that I run and the multitude of routes that I try to be able to be comfortable running. And a lot of guys don't necessarily do that, but it's just, coming in with a mindset of like, I don't want to be limited in any part of my game, like whatever they want to line me up and run at, like I want to be able to do that and be effective at it and not just be like, oh man, I'm not really that good at that or I can't do that. I want to be able to do everything and just present myself as a viable option to the quarterback every time I run a route. Like that's really the goal. Keep it as simple as that. Like every single rep I go out there, like make myself presentable. Like if he wants to throw it there, he could throw it there and throw it to me. So that's just how I approach it.
You were comfortable with freak of nature? You like that?
I'll take it to her.
I guess it's a compliment, right? I'm sure it's a compliment.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
We have time for two more, Tom Rock and then Art Stapleton.
If you only have two, I'll cede my time. Go ahead. Go on to the next one.
Art, go ahead.
Hey, Darren, what's going on, man?
Hey, I'm doing good. Art, how you doing?
Good. You talk about the routes you're running. I mean, even from day one, I know contact is supposed to be a gradual thing, but it certainly, you were making catches in traffic. That one on the goal line, you took a pretty good hit early. Did that almost help you get into this camp even more so quicker maybe than you normally would? And, you kind of like that so far early on that you're really in it, it seems like, in every drill.
Yeah, I feel like as you get like acclimated to like the different stages of football every year, like the contact kind of like wakes you up and reminds you like, okay, like this is what it's about, and it raises, just your overall adrenaline and your energy. So I feel like it does help you with like getting back acclimated. So, but yeah, I know guys on defense just trying to make plays on the ball, and it's been competitive so far, and I like what I'm seeing and the energy I get from them lining up against them. So it's been a lot of fun, and they've definitely raised my level of play.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
Last one here, Pat Leonard.
Hey, Darren, a former teammate of yours, Josh Jacobs, and a current teammate of yours, Saquon Barkley, both two running backs kind of had been frustrated throughout this offseason about their lack of positional value, contract offers they were trying to work on. What is your viewpoint on that? You've seen how important Josh was to the Raiders, and you know how important Saquon is to the Giants. I just want to know what your opinion is as a veteran, I know as a guy who kind of follows the entire league.
Yeah, I feel like there's just two sides to it, and there's truth on both sides. With the running back position, it's like those guys take a beating. Like I haven't been around Saquon during the course of a season, but being around Josh, it's like he takes a beating as hard as he would run every week during the season. And if you're in the front office, you take that into account. And it's like the beating that they take, it's like you don't really know how long they may last or what may happen, but also it's like you can't just go out on the street and just find anybody that's like a Josh Jacobs or a Saquon Barkley, right? Those guys bring such value, and both sides have something to stand on. And I don't necessarily know a solution, but I know that they have a little bit of merit on both sides, but it's a tough situation. Hopefully, as going forward, that running backs can feel valued and front offices can also make decisions they feel like are right.